All right, welcome to the podcast. I think we're at 90 now, so 10 away from 100. You're getting close to that big milestone. We have another guest on, so I love it now that we've been getting more guests on. That's made for some really fun conversation, and I'm really excited about our guest today. It's T-Lock. I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's T-Lock. T-Lock has been, I would say, even more than a model member since he's joined. And the reason we're having him on is he is our first winner, two-time winner of both of our annual challenges. So he won Summer Shred, and then he just recently won Hot for the Holidays. So those of you who are listening, Summer Shred, the way that contest, both of the contests work is you do a before and after picture, and then in between those, so each one is 6-7 weeks long, we have weekly workouts. So Summer Shred, we're doing them outdoors, off-site. They're mainly running based. And then Hot for the Holidays, it's with partners, and we're doing them in the gym. And the contest is judged on your before and after pictures, your performance in the workout, and then also your attendance in the workout. T-Lock on both of the contests knocked all of those out of the park. He won Summer Shred with a sprint to the finish with the other male competitor, Josh Martinez, who had made a huge transformation as well. And the big deciding factor, because there is a little subjectivity to looking at before and after pictures, we went to the race, and then they were sprinting to the finish of a 5K race, which they had been kind of trading leads throughout, and then T-Lock edged him out. So he won the whole contest with an awesome performance on the run. And then Hot for the Holidays, the pictures with him and his partner David were overwhelmingly, there was no way, like, we actually want to try to like shuffle it up and have other people win, but there was just heat.
After I saw your guys' pictures, I mean,
no
I had other pictures coming in, but I was like, doesn't compare. Like, you guys
we
just were so amazing. That's part of why we want to have you on. We want to know, what was your process? And hopefully it's not really unhealthy, so people don't try to do it.
Yeah, let's just start with Hot for the Holidays. We can go back and talk about Summer Shred and some other things. But yeah, just Hot for the Holidays, because I've actually got 4 messages from people seeing you guys' pictures who aren't members. And they're saying, what program is this? How long did this take? And when I told them, I think this was, because we ended summer or Hot for the Holidays.
It was a 6-week process.
But the after pictures came in, we had another week, right?
Was it 7 weeks?
7 weeks total from start to finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Like,
Yeah.
every week has until Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, because I gave them another week. Okay.
So I'm like, that was under a 2-month process, and they're like, what? So I'm like, hey, this is the winners of a contest. This isn't like a typical 6-week result. These guys got super dialed in. But yeah, just tell us the process and how that looked, so I can let people know, here's what these guys did on top of the CrossFit and everything. So
Sure. So first of all, I would like to say thank you for introducing and saying, welcoming me as a guest. But I think I'm here as a fan of the work that you guys do and everything that you bring in. So I'll tell how why and what are all the things that makes me say that. A big fan of the work that you guys do and the coach, everybody here. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here, but it's humbling, very, honored to you saying guest. Thank you for that.
thank you.
Welcome, man.
Yeah.
So I think talking about Hot for the Holiday, that's 6 weeks, right? So, but there's a lot of other background work that went in. Like, I would say Summer Shred, I want to say Summer Shred, but it was also the previous year, Hot for the Holiday, that everything that I picked up, learned about, outside of the stuff that we do in the gym, but all that accumulated, and to be honest, this Heart for the Holiday competition was among the others that I did last year too. I didn't do Summer Shred last year, but I did Heart for the Holiday and did the Summer Shred this year. So out of all those, this felt the most comfortable, I would say sustainable approach, gathering all the knowledge and and I'll say how all those came into picture. But I said I at the time of the Summer Shred, I'm like, I'm not recommending this to anyone, or I'm never gonna do this again. So, but I'm like, coming to this Heart for the Holidays, you know what? Maybe I should try to do it in a more sustainable way, like without beating myself, like without going in crazy and doing everything off the box. Try to see maybe like do it better than the last transformation that you already saw. So, and obviously very excited to do it with David. So
I think that partner aspect that we added this last year, that really helped everyone stay on top of it. And because this is the hardest time of year to stay super focused on training, and what we would have in the past is people would come out real hot for like 2 weeks and hot for the holidays, and then they would all fall off. So this partner style, I think,
you can kind of pull each other, reel each other back in.
Yeah. So definitely David made a huge difference, because thinking back about Summer Shred, I almost killed myself. Like, I'm like, no way I'm going to do this again. I'm going to not sustain this. But having a partner like David with me, he made it the process a whole lot more fun and easier. And I kind of knew that, going into the competition, David is the guy, because we come here every day and we see each other every day. And like, even though I'm not thinking about Heart for the Holiday all the time, but I kind of see, who are the guys and who we can, build a rapport with in terms of the team and all the partner stuff. So, yeah, definitely the partner aspect of it paid, a lot more difference than the previous one. So, is there like anything specific?
Well, so are you guys just doing CrossFit workouts, or we would see you kind of doing some finishers? So you would do CrossFit and then like a little like weight training finisher to amp up. Can you talk to us about that?
The training part of it, two big aspects. I love CrossFit, so that's everything that I'm. Even the competition, I love competition, so I love CrossFit. So all of this, even this Heart for the Holiday and other training that I'm doing, it's trying to help, make me better as a CrossFit athlete. So I kept doing CrossFit throughout the, cycle of it, and then.
How many times per week would you do CrossFit?
I did pretty much all the days, but
7 days a week.
Yeah, I would. Okay. I wouldn't plan my days off, but I would take a skill class on Sunday, and then, okay, that's kind of a day off.
So you were working out 7 days a week, but one might be more of a recovery.
Yeah, and then early on Thursdays. And
the early, like okay, yeah. So then, how many days per week would you do? Like we would see you doing like arms and abs afterwards. How many days per week would you do that?
So I did power hour with Dave.
Okay.
And so that was my the training outside of CrossFit. So
so you would do CrossFit and power hour.
Yeah, two big things: power hour to support, not necessarily trying to aim bodybuilding aspect of it, also trying to make it more like strength focused. And I've seen you talk about power hour and seen people doing, getting huge results and stuff. And it's in the gym. Everybody knows what power hour is. So I'm like,
you did quite a bit of that in the fall, right?
Huh?
Did you do quite a bit of power hour in the fall, kind of between that, or during the Heart for the Holidays?
I kind of started just before Heart for the Holidays, let's say maybe a few weeks ahead.
Gotcha.
And the reason for I was coming back from wrist injury I had scarf.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. Yeah,
scaphoid fracture in my left wrist, and then after that, I'm like, I need some strength training to get back into CrossFit, and started doing power hour. And then just few weeks into it, you announced Heart for the Holiday. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Let me use this to build that upper body strength back into where I was, or even better, which I think it is better than where I was before.
So you were back into CrossFit during the whole Hot for the Holidays, plus 4 power hours a week?
All the power hours.
Oh, no wonder you're ripped. So I had a feeling you're going to say your regimen was something like most people aren't going to do. Yeah. Okay, so you do 4 power hours, 6 or 7 CrossFits. But some of those might be like the OLE class or the skills class. So really, like, if we're going to boil it down, 4 power hours, 5 CrossFits, 1 skills, 1 like kind of 2 skill classes.
Yeah, 2 skill classes, and then
plus some extra arms.
And the days off, on the days there was no power hours because power hours every other day. So I would do some accessories like visible muscles like arms. Traps.
The important stuff.
Beach muscles. Yeah. Okay.
So, I think I just want to
10-11 training sessions a week.
I didn't think of it as I'm doing extra work. I'm doing hard work. I just think of it as like I love being in this gym.
Yeah.
Let me go every day and see what happens. And the coaches, they're awesome. So I just walk in. They take care of the rest of the stuff.
No, that's great.
If we, just ready to be here and do our best. So.
And how old are you, Tilak?
26.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're 40, don't try this. No, that's great. And for a short period of time, I mean, you can probably endure something like that. Where I hope you're backing down to like just the power hours now, because you can't sustain all of that.
That's what I thought. I thought I couldn't do this, but I feel comfortable doing the same training that I was doing that. I still do it now. I did it today. I was with Dave today morning.
Yep.
And I think I can do it because I don't. Obviously, there's aspect of how much volume, how much the risk of injury and stuff. But I kind of in my back of my mind, like I know I'm doing I'm not resting enough, or I'm not I'm pushing too much. So, but I think I keep that in my mind when I go into the workout.
Your body will tell you.
Yeah.
Your body will tell you when you're 26 and you're getting a lot of rest, you're eating well, and you've got, you can put a lot of energy and time and focus into it.
Jack does the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, obviously, it makes a difference. Like, I'm not going to be my full potential when I go into the workouts, whereas, resting a day or taking, not doing power hour and everything will give me, extra energy to go for in the CrossFit, whereas doing both kind of like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
you probably always have to choose one that's going to be a little more important. And for you, it'd probably be the power hour to gain more strength, gain muscle.
Yeah. And I just go to evening class, and because I will miss James if I don't go there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
your buddies.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I want to ask you about the nutrition stuff, because that's something we have talked about before. I think the first time you did Summer Shred, I caught you on a day where you hadn't eaten. And I was like, oh, no.
When I told you there's like knowledge aspect of it that all added up from a year or two, I'd say that's when it clicked. When I was, first time I ran 5K, I think I'm going back to Summer Shred or last year from Heart for the Holiday, because I genuinely think there is not much to talk about, just this Heart for the Holiday, because everything is in the background, like everything.
Oh yeah, it's an accumulation of all the training and knowledge, and you were able to apply it. Yeah.
So the only difference from previous ones and last competitions to this Heart for the Holiday is David. So he made the difference. The rest of the stuff remained the same, and the result was better than the previous ones. So
you were able to compound the knowledge, the nutrition, the rest, all the skills and strength build up. Man, I'm all over the place with coffee. And
just having a nice accountability partner and someone to train with, and keep you motivated and excited. That's awesome.
So I ran first ever 5K in 2022 summer shred, and I didn't do the beginning one. I just did the last one, the final test, and I know at that time what's the competition and knew nothing about summer shred. So I did the obstacle course with you at the park, and then Mike Stroer, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but
you're right, yeah.
So he was the one who said, "You can run," and then until then I never thought I could run 5K in my life. I was like, who
and
runs?
He can fly on 5Ks.
who ever runs 5 kilometers, continuous, like without a break? I didn't think that's for me. But Mike actually found that and was like, you can run, like, give it a try. The next following week, we went to Entrim Park, and I like that track.
It's a nice place to run. It is nice and flat. It's a circle.
Really pretty place, and I ran 5K, and I think at that time I was thinking like a rookie mistake, right? So let me just run as fast as possible, and then started running, and then I beat everybody. I'm like, I'm the winner of the summer shred. I'm going home. I'm so happy because until then I was just doing CrossFit and just for fitness and everything. I'm like, I want something in the gym. It's like this gym was too much for me. Like I started lifting in 2022 maybe, like strength training and stuff. I'm like, I can win something in such a big gym because I've seen what people do, like the level, like the athletes, they went to competitions and stuff, and like how long you've been doing and how long people been doing. I'm like, I have a place here.
Yeah, you found your little niche that you're like, I found my thing where I'm a little better than almost everyone else here.
I mean, I feel like I have some strengths that I can bet on.
Absolutely.
So
running is definitely that for you. You can fly.
I'm like, okay, I'm the winner of the summer shred, and then I talked to Mike, so when are they going to announce the winner? So Mike says, maybe in a couple of weeks, but did you sign up? I'm like, what do we need to do sign up? Like, he says, you need to pay some entry fee, and then you sign up, you do the whole 6 weeks, and then you get a chance. I'm like, I was like 1 week, I thought I'm the winner.
Yeah.
And then I get something, and that was fun. But that win was something really special. Like, even though it wasn't a win-win, but that run was special. Like, that was my first ever 5K run. I think I got like...
It probably inspired a lot of confidence.
Yeah, confidence. Sounds like
you have those little game changer, whether it's a workout or a lift that you hit that it seems maybe if someone didn't know what they were looking at, inconsequential, but you're like, it just shifts the way you think about yourself, and it can change everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. So then I started, Mike and I both kind of wanted to, hit it. I think I got close to 22 minutes in that first run, and then we were like, let's do it for sub 20 minutes, and then I started, kind of going back at it, and it was never the same. Like it kept going down in terms of performance. Like obviously the time was going up and up, and then I know what I was doing. So I'm like, I ran first ever run like 22 minutes, but it's going up now. And then for 1 year I started training, like running the local 5Ks. I did a couple with Mike, and one went horribly bad. It's like I almost passed out after 2 miles. Like,
is that the one that was cold and I talked to you about, and you thought maybe there was something with like the cold, but everything you were talking about sounded like your blood sugar just dropped.
Exactly.
A real lack of nutrition.
That's when I talked to Cade in this second summer shred when we were like doing all the outside running and stuff. Cade, I've been trying to push to get to sub 20, and I told her about the race that I did, and I almost passed out. Like I did not want to walk, not even walk to the final, line. Kid said, and I was thinking like it was too cold for me because I'm not, from cold region. I didn't grow up there. It's just been 2 years for me. I was thinking that, and I told the kid, said, I think that's what it is. What do I do? What do I need to do? And kid being so generous, she said like, tell me like, what did you eat before? She asked me everything, and she's like, she got all the details of it, and she's like, you didn't eat enough, so that's why you. And she was like, she knew it, what's going on.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to think about it and run, do everything, like literally beat myself. Like, why am I not running fast?
So what ended up being your best time that you've hit on a 5K now?
Sub 20 last summer shred.
Yeah, the summer shred. Because I remember, I was right there.
Was it 19?
And that's after I talked to kids about.
Yeah, he was sub 20.
She gave me specifically the food, what I need to eat, like before the race and what time. And I tried that before the final race, not the 5K, but like some outside running we were doing, and like I noticed the difference in.
Well, it was a lot more than I think.
Meal.
Yeah, because you were like, oh, just a banana. And I'm like, no, you need like oatmeal and honey and all that. Like,
she gave me
60 grams of carbs. Yeah,
literally specifics like what I need to eat, and I tried that. Felt great. I'm like, I still had more energy than previous ones, and that I tried that and I did that in the final race. Gave me the results that I wanted, like, and that sparked my idea of maybe there's like more ways that we can approach than just training hard, beating, trying to go after it, repetitions after repetitions, and not getting the results. Like, obviously she knows it because you have done that. You've been in this field or the industry a lot more, and because of your experience, you could just say it. Like, but for me, I was all over the place and
looking at the food, looking at the sleep.
Yeah, and then I'm like, it's easier if we take help, from the professionals, and it's a lot more, even better if we start learning and that sparked the curiosity in me, like nutrition and all the knowledge that everybody in the gym, because everyone knows stuff here. They've been here for almost as much as I've been alive. So like I just talk to people now. I talk to everyone in the gym, and like all little piece of knowledge, like who is doing in whatever they are good at. I just try to.
We definitely have, not just from a coaching standpoint, but our membership, we have a lot of very seasoned and like self-educated people around here. So you're around people who've been training in a focused, serious way for years. They're coming in, they know Olympic lifts and gymnastics, and it's great because you're around a lot of like-minded people who are pushing things and they're getting better at stuff.
Absolutely.
They're not just walking around pulling pins on machines. Like, they're really, they've done things in fitness.
Good bro science.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm sure 95% of it's great. Yeah.
But no, it is. It's a good. I would definitely agree with. It's a great environment to learn and get better, and that's a real. It's a hard aspect to really quantify until some people are in here. Speaking of the nutrition, you guys are probably hearing my stomach like rumble from across there. That
we have the headphones on.
Oh, okay.
But I do want to get, so we got the specifics of your training, not just like, okay, you're doing Power Hour 4 times a week, you're doing CrossFit 5 times a week, 2 skill sessions, plus like finishers after CrossFit if you don't have like weight finishers. Now let's take us through your day. What time do you wake up?
That was.
So I'll just ask you like the specific questions, and I'm going to kind of have you. So this is what I do with nutrition. People just kind of So what time do you wake up?
Hot round.
So that's something that I've been doing, trying to get better at ever since I joined CrossFit, because I love sports. So CrossFit is sports for me. So it's not fitness. It's not just trying to be healthy. It's not something that I do for fun. It's sports, and I love sports. So ever since I joined this gym, like looking at everybody in the gym, how hard they work and what it is just mind blowing for me. So I'm like,
so I've been trying to be more consistent,
discipline in terms of daily routines, because like if we can take care of every small stuff that outside of gym. So
what time do you wake up?
5 a.m. in the morning.
And then what's the first thing you have to eat?
I used to do my own strength training before, because I was skinny and like I didn't think I can lift much weight. So I started waking up 5, and then going to my gym at my workplace, just trying to lift. That was probably like 3 to 4 days.
No, but right now, let's go with like right now. Like
we're just talking. Daily, we're going through a day.
Yeah, your daily routine
up,
currently.
Food.
Yeah.
So did not eat before workout in the morning. I woke up at 5. I used to meditate. I couldn't do it during the competition, but I was trying to incorporate into daily routine. Wake up, meditate, go to a gym at my workplace, and then get some breakfast, like usually oatmeal, and then
so I think everybody wants to hear what you do now, because they're looking at that before and after picture.
We're going through
and they're like,
right
oh wow, how did you do that?
Right
So just
right through a day.
Yeah, what you do right now. Yeah.
Straight through.
So it's like
wake at 5 a.m. wake up. Then we're doing what?
Doing meditation.
Yep.
Then go to my gym at the workplace.
Yep.
No, now that's
right now I'm doing power hours.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay. So do you eat before you do power hour?
No.
Okay.
I mean, if I wake up, early enough, or I feel like I would eat eat a banana.
Okay.
But I won't eat anything.
So you do the
heavy,
6 a.m. power hour.
Yeah,
okay. And then what do you have to eat after power hour?
I go back and get my oatmeal.
Okay.
But that depends when I was cutting and when I was,
Okay, yeah. So let's
cutting.
talk about the cut phase.
Cut phase.
I think that's what people want to hear.
Okay. So that was my routine. Come to power hour, get breakfast, go to work.
Yes, but what was your breakfast?
Breakfast.
Oatmeal.
That was 4 weeks that I didn't cut. 4 weeks I was maintenance. I kind of want to do the recomposition one.
Okay.
Like just lose the fat and not get any skinny further, because you've seen my pictures before.
You weren't trying to put on muscle.
I had no room to cut.
Yeah.
So that was the plan, and did 4 weeks, maintenance. So my when I was on maintenance, my breakfast was 60 grams of oatmeal, milk, just reduced fat milk, 200 grams or 200 ml, and then.
And 20 grams of what? 60 grams of oatmeal, milk, and what else?
60 grams of oats, 200 grams of milk.
Yeah.
And berries, mixed berries.
Mixed berries,
like about 50 to 60 grams. And then nuts. I love nuts, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I put nuts in that. And then it's kind of like make it little variety in not getting bored.
And that would be like 7:30?
Yeah, right after the power hour.
And then would you do another snack before lunch, or do you just go straight to lunch?
I have to think, because I didn't plan everything like for this, but no snack. I didn't eat any snack. Because my breakfast would be around already 1,000 calories, like 800 calories. So I kind of wanted to do snack, but I won't have room to go heavy on the breakfast. So
and then you would have lunch like at noon, would it be? Or? Okay.
Around noon to 2 at work. So I would have lunch, like again some.
What's a typical lunch for you?
Chicken breast were staple, like throughout 4 weeks. Chicken breast, some, I would make it tastier, but with less fat. No oil in it and stuff like that. So
no carb, no rice or anything?
That would depend. Like if it's just Ali, I wouldn't eat much carbs. Like if it's CrossFit, I would eat carbs.
Okay.
And then, veggies.
Okay.
Veggies, a lot of chicken breast and veggies were, they were going together.
And would you weigh all this out, or you just kind of yeah?
That's another difference actually. I never weighed my food. I did it for this.
Okay. And how much chicken breast would you do?
250 grams.
250 grams.
No,
okay.
No, I think it was more. About 350 gram. Because I went lower. I was initially I wanted to do 250 gram chicken breast, and then
100 grams is around what, 3.5 ounces? Is that right? 3.5. I used to always do ounces. Yeah. So you're having like close to 10 ounces. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of protein.
I wanted to cut down and then like eat carbs.
Yeah.
But I just ended up having more
chicken. Okay. So chicken, vegetables. About like a cup of vegetables or 100 grams. Okay.
150, and then like rice. But I was always, kind of like heavy on chicken.
Light on rice.
But I didn't want to do that. It helped eating more chicken.
Right.
And then.
Would you do a snack before CrossFit?
Fruits.
Fruit.
Yeah.
Just a piece
orange,
of fruit. Okay.
Banana.
And then what time do you come into CrossFit at night? Is it 6:30? Okay.
6:30.
So you'd have your lunch noon to 2, piece of fruit in the afternoon, CrossFit.
Yeah. Again, I would save, some rice or split the same meal into, later in the afternoon, just so I have like a couple hours before CrossFit, like 3 hours.
Okay.
3 hours.
Okay. So you'd repeat that same thing.
Yeah. Just split that or save the rice for the,
Okay.
just kind of pre-workout kind of thing.
Okay.
So.
Breakfast, then 2 like smaller lunches, CrossFit, and then what'd you eat after?
Dinner, like a heavy, big dinner.
Because you're starving at that point.
Yeah. So that would be some kind of, fish, usually like salmon or tilapia, just kind of plain protein. And then, what did I eat for? I think some rice maybe. Or I have it logged. That's another.
So overall, it sounds like a little bit more carb heavy breakfast, then 3 meals that revolve mainly around a piece of protein.
Yeah, in the breakfast, like obviously whey right after power hour.
Okay, so then a protein shake right after that. So I think what people can really take from this is, when you're trying to get lean, basing those. Tell me if I'm wrong here, Kate, but basing a lot of those meals mainly around a nice source of protein that's going to keep your metabolism revved up. It's going to help you repair muscles, and then you're going to store a little less of that probably as fat than if you were, being heavier on the carbs and fat with all those meals.
I would have told you to eat more before your workout, but that's just my belief. I mean, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it so many different ways. Yeah. When I did bodybuilding for years, I would do fasted cardio. I mean, there's so many different ways to skin a cat. But But I mean, the reason why you're getting lean, I mean, you're putting all the work in. You're working out a ton. You're eating really clean all day long. Yeah. And there might be like some nuances to where I feel like you could recover a little better if you eat just a little differently. I would tell you just to have like a legit pre-workout, post-workout. But again, I went through decades of not having anything to eat before a workout, and I was fine. Yeah. So
I wish I had that luxury, just come on. Consult you or even enroll with you on the body because I just
but
didn't think
what
I could
you're
doing
that. Really
it worked to the point where you've won. You're the only person in the history that
we're interviewing you for a reason and working super hard.
So combining that with if I could afford you, I mean because I'm saying this, a lot of people can afford, and I would just take that instead of. That would save extra time or all the burden that I was facing outside. Just focus on hard work.
Yeah,
and then
I'm assuming no alcohol during this, or
almost
not really.
none. Maybe a drink, once in 2 weeks or something like that.
And I think that's another hard one for people is like, hey, I mean, if they're winning that, they're probably not drinking for at least like a month. Yeah, when if you did have, you probably had one. You know, and it's hard work. So
that's tough for David because he likes to do stuff on weekends at least. So David was like, I'll try.
He had to really buckle down.
Yeah.
David. But David was a huge part of that too. You know, we wanted to try and have him on, but he's a newer member. He's only been here for, I think, less than a year, but he really got incredible results as well. So like that combined result was really, really neat. And, I think I wanted to, just mention something at the end of this. I know you would send a message in with the money you guys won. I think it was $450 a piece. So what we do, if you guys are listening to this and don't know how our contest works, we take all the entry fee money from both of these contests. We're not taking any money, for a profit for the gym. All we're doing is we're getting a pool to give to the winners. And so I think you guys each won $450, and then we did donate some of it to the Susan Komen,
the breast cancer.
So we took a piece of that and donated it to a charity.
I think it was $5 for every so it was like $35, $5 for every entry.
But you won it, and then with your money, tell us what you were going to do with that. I think we got a message. It was really cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, for a while. This looking at you donating a portion of it, and then that gave the push that I was like, maybe there's the good time and good cause to use use the winning money. And then I was planning on just giving it to my a school back in my village, which to get a computer or something like that. But it's still going on. But I'm definitely gonna donate it to that. But I also think it's just giving money wouldn't probably be much effective. So actually go there and make sure it gets
into the right hands.
Right hands, and also
instead of just throwing the money, try and make sure you're specifically donating something that you want. Like you said, technology out in rural India where you're from. There was no computers in school and things like that. So trying to get them a nice computer or something like that.
So the rural schools, they really lack all these facilities. And it looks like it's a big generous act, but it's literally not. It's because I get texts saying people like, "Oh, this is awesome." I'm like, going back from here to the same village. I didn't grow up in that village, but my family and everybody is rooted to that village. So it's just tough not doing anything about it. If we,
you feel obligated to give back and help out because you feel like you kind of have it made here to some degree, as opposed to what's going on there.
Yep. So it's not like I need some extra motivation to do something. It's just stuff not doing anything about it, looking at it.
So, person.
just the community here that inspires to do things like that, and I already have my job that I do, and then I have my own thing to get for me, and then I love CrossFit and I love competition, which I'm getting something from it already, and the winning money, that's something that on top of it, so might as well go to something good cause.
Very cool. Very awesome, cool. Man. So I think that's a good place to kind of leave this off, and all I can really say is Tilak, you're a model member. I mean, if people actually, as much as you say you have a lot to that you've learned a lot from us, I think we all have a ton to learn from you and how you actually apply these principles instead of where a lot of people kind of talk about them and don't do them.
You're a doer.
You're doing it. And executing on all the things that are being taught, down to the letter.
And you make it simple. And I think that's like where, we all get in our own way. And I that's the most common problem I see is people make things complicated where you're just like, I need to make this change. I did it. I got this money, but I feel like this is what I need to do with it. And you make it simple.
The opposite of the paralysis by analysis, where I'd say we got a lot of that in the, this functional fitness community where people will sit there and debate programs or the nuances of how you do things. And then you look at them after a while and you're just like, you're talking a lot about doing things and you're not really doing a lot of it. So you do this stuff 100%, and you have the opposite approach. Like, I'm going to do all of it and I'm going to start to figure it out. And then like, oh, this does work, but you've executed on it very well. So that is the best example we can have out here is guys out there, actually executing on it.
Yeah, I do want to say one thing about, this winning or, whatever the results that we got, both David and I think it's a huge part is the all the coaches that we have, talking to James, Jack, Brad, David, the Power Hour, Drake, about skills and everything that I just love talking to them all the time. It's like I always, kind of asking them questions, and they also like, they're busy. They want to see that it's a huge group class, but they take time to, explain things and keep us excited about what we're doing. And I think awesome. I would like to dedicate this to them.
That's
I'm
awesome.
sure David would like to do that.
I think that's an understated part of our business. I try and shout that out on as consistent as a basis as possible without being just redundant and saying it all the time. Our staff and our coaching and the people that you're around here is really, we have a really nice facility. It's a cool gym. When you come in here and you look around, we've got nice equipment, but that's not really, at all what I like to feature.
Lifetime was nice too, but talk to you about those trainers.
Yeah, it's our,
doesn't matter.
Our staff, these guys are great. They're pros. They're all bought in. They're walking the talk. These guys are, fully vested in it. They're games competitors and level 3 CrossFit coaches, and
if they're not that, they're lifers like Dave, like you, like me. Where we'll always work out. But we found a different season in life.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like you said, like I executed things. I didn't think like I worked hard. It's something that I would say they're already helping us do all this. And outside of gym, I just tried not to mess it up. I just tried not to have a lifestyle that supports whatever they are doing for us. You guys are doing for us. So that just, gave me the results what I wanted. So
well, awesome, man. Keep up the good work, and we will catch you guys next week.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.